intuitive live television show with topics that are intended to inspire, delight, educate, and encourage. Focusing on the lives, experiences, and viewpoints of motherlode women, the show features a rotating cast of 4 women of all ages and from all walks of life. Quick, upbeat, and fast-paced with a variety of topics, this 1-hour show will be aired live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8:30 a.m. Tune in, it's Just Between Us.
She's not blacklisted. Oh, good morning. Welcome to Just Between Us. Gosh darn you guys, I did it again.
Talk.
Start talking to Alan. I want to welcome all of you to Just Between Us, ladies talk show that we have here in Amador County on TSPN. And we have a wonderful panel today. I'm Susie from Volcano.
I'm Helen from Jackson.
I got my girl back.
Yes.
I'm Sandy from Jackson.
And I'm Martha from my own Aunt Jackson.
Well, I'm Susie from Volcano Jackson.
Yes,
So there.
yeah.
Okay, we're going to take our first 2. And happy birthday to Sandy.
Sandy, happy birthday! Feliz cumpleaños.
It's a backwards birthday. I love backwards
Yes.
birthdays.
Yes, 46.
Now, aren't you the same age as the Macintosh this year?
I wish I was the same age as my
The left side's out.
No, 30. That's 30. Mac. The Mac.
Yes,
The Mac
30.
is 30 today.
I don't remember being 30.
Okay,
either.
pick up your topics.
Let's go, girls.
Okay.
Good man, we can talk.
You read me.
Okay,
She's
give
doing
her a couple of topics so that she can read them.
Okay.
Don't you throw your
Yeah.
dice first?
Yeah, no. You got to give her the topics first.
Okay.
Give her 2 topics.
Okay.
Okay, give me the first one.
Okay. Taboos.
Okay, taboos number 6.
Here we go.
If you know your friend or spouse has a topic they don't want to discuss, would you try to get them to open up about it?
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
and the next topic,
Where or when?
number 2.
When do you put a stop to someone who has been hurting you? Do you approach them to discuss it or walk away without any dialogue about the issues in question?
No, I just talked to Smith and Wesson, and they take
We're
care
going to
of
take a
it.
short break. That's
do you
where
want
we're
me to-
going.
she wants
And when
you
we're coming back,
to
I
number
don't
5.
know, but
Just
we'll
kidding.
be back.
This one?
Yeah, just
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.
And now back to Just Between Us.
Welcome back. Thank you, Sarah. And our first topic, Sandy, is what?
taboos.
Okay.
Now,
I'd like to booze once in a while myself. Oh, different taboos.
Leave it to Susie.
Yeah.
you're supposed to rein her in. You're sitting next to her today. If you know your friend or spouse has a topic they don't want to discuss, would you try to get them to open up to you about it? I know it wouldn't work with my spouse. That's for darn
It
sure.
doesn't work with my spouse. No, I think that if something is very touchy or it hurts or whatever, if they want to talk about it, I think that they would open up the conversation and tell you about it. But to try to drag it out of them, no, I don't think
Isn't
that's a
that
good idea.
something how most men, you can't
They don't
drag
talk.
things out of them?
No.
No,
You know? It's like the hardest thing to do in life, to get them to open up and tell you what is hurting them or what's bothering them or whatever, you know?
Do you think it's a generational thing? Do you think that the older generation of men, they clam up more where the newer generation
The
of
metro
men?
men?
I don't know about the new
I don't want to say
generation.
anything about all men because I think there are a lot of men who want to talk about it, but I think if he feels like he's going to have to get all gooey, all that,
Emotional. and all
Oh,
that.
that's my son.
then he's not going to.
Jose.
But if you can, for my husband in a way, if I'm light about it, if I say, it seems like something's bothering you lately, is everything okay? Then he doesn't feel like he's got it. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
It depends, I think, what it is. If it's an emotional problem, sometimes they cram up more about that. But if it's a physical problem, they're more likely to tell you
Oh,
that.
God, yeah.
Yeah,
They
you know.
sick, they want you to baby them.
Or,
Like,
yeah,
oh, I have a pain here. Can you rub my neck, please?
yeah.
That's glad to tell you.
Right now, Mike's watching on the computer. I'm not saying a word. Next. I'm quiet. No, I think, yeah. Coward is right. Thank you. I have to say this, that I feel that if it's a woman, I don't think you have to worry about pulling something out of her, because women have a bond, we can discuss anything.
Oh, yeah.
And it's very, very rare that we cannot discuss a situation. With men, obviously, it's a different type of situation, but I feel that the younger male today, I think that they have, I think it's in their genetic makeup now, that it's okay to talk and say, hey, I have this problem.
Well, but the younger males of today, no offense, guys, are wusses. I swear to God, they've been
offense.
told they have to find some sort of feminine side for themselves. They've been demasculated. I mean, really, they're not allowed to be men anymore. They're not allowed to be boys anymore. Well,
they're different.
You can't play cops and robbers. You can't play cowboys and Indians because
Right.
that's all taboo now.
We have a different PC.
Is that really true?
Yes.
I know I've heard people talk like that, but I've never seen that. to be
Yeah.
Well,
honest
look
with
at school, Helen. If a kid goes up and hugs the teacher or hugs another student, sexual harassment. You got a 5-year-old boy they kicked out of school because he went up and he hugged his teacher and said, "I love you."
Well, there's a kid that went
that
like
is
this.
sad.
It's sick.
It's made with a banana.
Yeah.
Like a gun, and
Yeah.
they suspended him.
Yeah.
That is sad.
It is. I mean, you're not allowed to be your normal sexual orientation anymore.
I think, and you know what? I have to agree with you. I really do, because I have seen it with young kids today, little kids today. We don't do this, we don't do that, we don't play. No, we don't do this. We can't say this. We can't do that. And then when you think, oh, come on, it's just an isolated incident. You're right. A kid took a banana and pretend like it was a gun, and he got expelled.
Yeah.
And that little boy. Then there was the little boy. There was a little boy that kissed a little
the
girl's
banana.
hand.
Yeah.
A little boy kissed a little girl's hand, and he got suspended for sexual harassment.
so
Obviously, they never read
sad.
Gone with the Wind because that's how they used to greet women all the time. I mean,
That is so sad.
males have been demasculated so badly and told that they
Well,
can't
yeah.
do so much.
You're right.
that-
They have. I think that little boys should be little boys. I think that if they want to go out and be rough and tumble, they should go out
Yeah,
and be
and
rough
if
and
little
tumble.
girls want to put makeup on their face and dress up in their mom's high heels and do that stuff and be girly girls, let them.
But then on the
Who's
opposite end,
going to stop them? I
but then
can't
on the
imagine.
opposite end of the spectrum, they're the kids that they don't want them to do that, but then they'll let them do other things, and you think, oh, well, now that doesn't make sense. But all in all, I think that children have to be children. I know
yeah.
this has to do with adults, but it starts when they're young. And personally, I see nothing wrong with kids being kids. I really don't, because the more you hold back and the more you don't allow them to do something, heaven
They'll
forbid.
find a way to do
There
it.
you go. They're going to find a way to do it, and they're going to want to do that. So let's go on to our next topic. You, Missy, speak up.
I didn't have much to say about that.
Well, the next one
Me
you
either.
can
I
talk.
don't have any little kids
Where
around.
or when? When do you put a stop to someone who's been hurting you? Do you approach them to discuss it or walk away without any dialogue about the issues in question? I don't know what they mean by
I
hurting
think-
you. I don't know if it's
Well,
verbal
well,
or
if
physical.
somebody is saying terrible things about you,
I can talk about that.
there you go. Yeah, me too. When somebody's saying terrible things about you, do you approach them and tell them to stop to
I can
have
tell you how much I worry
Yeah,
about it.
she
Yeah, me
punches
too.
them out.
Nothing.
This much.
Just sugar in a gas tank. It really
Okay, I'm done.
There you go.
Talking about it. Said I worry about this much.
I know.
Okay, I'm done
Oh,
talking
we
about
always
it.
got
I
that
think
one.
that if it's let's put it this way. I think that if it is something vicious that they're saying about you, and that enough's enough now, and you've had it, and you approach them, be my guest. But for somebody just to be chipping their teeth, no, I could care less. They have no effect
if
on
they're
me.
but now, say in Martha's case, if somebody was spitting in Melissa's thing, it would hurt her business.
That's a different story.
That's a different. Then she has every right to either
That's a-
sue.
Yeah, there you go. That's a
sue
complete.
or desist and all that other
Yeah,
stuff.
it's a cease and desist order. And they very seldom ever, you have to go to the court and go through this whole big thing to prove that they're bad-mouthing. Bad-mouthing her is not bad-mouthing her business, though.
Yeah.
You see?
But so a lot of people relate the two
But they
together.
relate in a small community, yes.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing is that, for me, I don't care if it's true or false, people will find out the truth sooner or later, right, Helen?
That's
And
right.
you and I have discussed this. There's people that take shots at her, at me, and
There are
whatever.
people who take shots at everybody.
They're
and it's
cowards.
They
their
got nothing
problem.
better to do because they won't tell you in your face.
It's
I
their
remember
problem.
before the internet, before
Yes.
the
I
map 30
Yeah.
years ago.
I don't like
people
to give
used
them any attention. 'cause
Me neither.
They
people
want
didn't
attention.
they did also only form of communication to spread things
Telephone.
with telephones, right? Now they can do it anonymously on
boy.
the internet. You know, if you're going to do this thing, come up to my face and do it. You
Yeah.
know.
They don't have the balls.
No,
They
no,
don't-
this has made it.
they don't
this
have the-
anonymity
is that how
has
you
made
say
them.
it?
Yeah, you screwed up. I'm not cleaning that up. I heard what you said. Yes, both of them. They
I'm
don't,
supposed to be a lady.
yes,
Uh-oh,
both of
she-
them they don't
she-
have, but that's okay.
I'd rather just be a dame. Thank you.
Yeah.
So horrible.
No, I could
Sorry.
care. I just don't care. Life is too short.
I know. I figure they're not
Besides, they're
coming to my
women,
funeral
Martha.
anyway. You know.
I have found that people that do
Thank God.
people that do things
I
like that,
probably would go, are you coming with me?
or take them out before you go. I really think that people that do things like that, they do it for three reasons. One is jealousy.
Yeah.
One is no self-respect for themselves. They have no, what is that word that I'm looking for? They have no self-respect. Self-respect,
Thank you.
self-esteem. There you go.
See, well, he's got a young brain.
I'm drawing a blank here. And third, they're just
You
the
have
type
nothing
of person
better to do.
that they just want to hurt people. And when you're an easy mark for them because they're jealous of you or they have no self-esteem or whatever,
I know who I am.
be my guest.
I know what I've done
Absolutely.
in my life. I know, that I feel confident about myself. And if anybody wants to say anything bad
Let
about
'em.
me, trust me, there will be people throwing rocks at you.
Yes. Well,
And if she has to hire us, there will be. My
No.
question is, I have relatives in Chicago.
Martha's
Do I need to
Mafia.
say anything more?
Martha's Mafia, look
No,
out.
don't say that. No.
Boy, that's my family. Well, don't pick on my
Yeah,
family. like
no.
Oh, and my cousin married into an Italian
There you
family.
go. But don't you find that when people do that though, they're looking for attention and the only attention, whether it's bad attention or good attention, it's still attention.
don't give 'em it.
And
Don't
most
give
of the
it to 'em.
time when they do that, if they post things on their Facebook or they do any of
Mm-hmm.
this, when other people read it, look and see how many people respond to them. Usually zero or
Zero.
one other lame brain like the person
Usually
putting it
zero.
on there. And like Helen said before, these type of people, they're not worth talking about. They're embarrassing themselves.
That's why
Yeah.
I don't. I like do whatever you have to do. If you got nothing better to do, and throw darts at me, go ahead. I'm tough. I can take it. I really
bet.
don't care. I've been in this county for 30 years, and God has guided me to do. This is the way I believe. God has guided me to do what's the best thing for me and for my family. Because when you throw a dart at me, you throw it at my family. And when my family finds out,
Look
my daughter, when she
Well,
finds out
let
that
me tell
somebody
you,
says,
let me
oh,
put it to you this way, Martha.
Oh.
I'm gonna toot Martha's horn here. You came to the United States, you didn't speak English well.
correct. I
Okay.
still don't.
No, you do fine. You came to the
I
United States.
I confuse sex with sex.
That's okay. Maybe it's because you have both six times.
getting
But the thing
signals.
is that you came to the United States, you learned English, you're a businesswoman, you own your own home, you raised 9 children.
Yes, ma'am.
You've had 9 kids?
Well, I didn't have them. I raised them, I said.
Oh, okay, I was going to
All
say.
right,
Okay, we're
two
getting
new
signals,
topics.
you
One is a
guys.
free-for-all. Helen's going to take the first
Thank
free-for-all.
you, Susie. I appreciate
Well,
that.
it's the truth.
Yeah, but.
Okay, city girl or country girl?
Ooh, number 6.
Are you glad that you live here? And would you, if you had the choice, never leave here?
Okay, and the
We're gonna-
next.
And the next one is a free-for-all. Helen's going to
okay.
take, and then you two are going to take the last one.
you
We're going to
believe
take a
that?
short break. Yeah, I'm exhausted. You're going to take a short break. I need a drink.
I'm sitting here with listening to all you fighters, because all of you.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.
And now back to Just Between Us.
Welcome back to Just Between Us. Martha, you have something to say?
Yes, I want to say
Cute.
Congratulations to Wayne and Eddie Clayton. They got married yesterday, so they came in for dinner last night and had a good time.
And who was this?
Wayne and Eddie Clayton.
How
He
nice.
just got back from Afghanistan.
Well, God bless him.
Yes.
Thank him
And
for his
also,
service.
talking about Afghanistan, we had Donna Lyons, her husband, came back from Afghanistan. Colonel.
The colonel.
Came back and they're gonna be in Washington. We miss her.
I
we
know.
miss you.
We miss you. I know, but Kyle,
Donna,
she and Kyle just got married in
yes,
Hawaii, and they deserve all this
yes,
time.
30 years he put in.
I know. God bless them.
Yes.
Okay, Sandra.
Congratulations to both of them.
Absolutely.
City girl or country girl? Are you glad that you live here, and would you, if you had the choice, never leave here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a okay. Well, now we can go to.
That's
Well,
an easy one for me.
I have to tell
because,
you a little story. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go
That's
ahead.
an easy one for me because I was brought up in the hills above Placerville, and then I taught in Minnesota at the university for many, many, many years, and I always knew I was coming back to the foothills.
Yeah.
So, yes, I love being a country girl, and
Me too.
I have no intention to leave.
Now,
I always live by the ocean, so when I
In
moved
Monterey,
here,
when you were down
yes,
there. Oh, my
Monterey,
God.
California, it's just beautiful,
It is. It's gorgeous.
And I never thought that I would fall in love with the foothills. And the first day we drove down, that little hill here on 88 and 49, I just fell in love with it. And I told my husband at the time, this is it. This is where we're going to stay. I just love this place. I don't know what was it that just said, this is it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I-
30
we
years,
know either.
almost
Yeah.
31
Just
years later, Cosas is still standing, thank God.
well, I came from Los Angeles. I was born and raised
Woo,
in Los
the
Angeles.
big city.
Lived there, most of my adult, from childhood on. I have absolutely no desire to go south of the Grapevine.
No,
You know,
I don't blame you.
and honestly, if I had to leave, which I don't want to, but at some point you might have
You
to,
may have to.
economics or whatever.
Sure.
I don't think I could go back to anything bigger than this. I like the small town
I do too.
atmosphere.
Well, what I was
I don't-
doing, I was working in San Francisco, which to me is the most beautiful city in the
It is
in the United
beautiful.
States. It's gorgeous. And I was working during the day, and then Friday night jump in the truck and come up here. And I just got to the point, I hated to go back. But I had both worlds, and I have to say, living in suburbia like I did, and then working in San Francisco, and then coming up here on the weekends. This is my heart is right here.
Yeah.
See, yeah, I'm more of a mountain girl than an ocean. Even though
Me
in
too.
LA,
I like all of it, but as
Yeah.
long as it's the recluse, the close family. I was raised in a town of about 1,500 people, until I got married. So I like the small, the intimacy of
the
a
benefits
town.
of living like here in Amador County, we are so close to everything.
Yes.
Look at all
Yes,
the
we
lakes
have it
that we
all.
have.
We can
the
get
You're
to
only
the ocean in
45
an
minutes
hour.
to a shopping center where, you can go.
an hour. How fast do
Well,
you drive?
pretty fast.
Have you ever seen Helen drive? Move.
An hour to where?
She said
Haven't
to the
seen my
ocean.
sports I drive a sports car.
Well, that's a Lamborghini.
Yeah, but I mean,
No, it's
living
a
in a
Miata.
small community like this, you get to know a lot of people, and it's a very,
It's family.
it's a beautiful feeling to be able, like when I go to Sacramento or Stockton or somewhere, a big city, I feel lost. I feel like I don't belong there.
Yesterday, I went down
know?
to see my family, which I would travel to the ends of the earth to go because I have a beautiful family down there. But I couldn't wait to get back up the hill. It was like 3 o'clock. No, we got to go. I'm going to go home.
I had to go up to Oregon for a family thing, and we stopped in Eugene to see a friend, and then we had to go up to Salem. Now, Eugene is not a huge, it's got, double digits, thousands.
Sure.
But because it's a university town. But all we talked about the whole time was, oh God, we got to get out of this traffic. It's bad enough trying to get on,
traffic gets to me,
get on 88 now. I mean, this was
When
just.
I go to the Bay Area, I'm on all the little back roads,
Well, we
I
had to
hate
go-
the
And
we
freeway.
went to visit
Sacramento,
my
oh my
stepdaughter in
God.
Sebastopol, and we were on 80 going there. And it's like, okay, I literally took my driving test on the Pasadena freeway.
Oh,
Okay.
my
God.
gosh.
So, and that was the first freeway built in the United States. If you didn't do 80, you're going to get run over
better
on
believe
on.
it.
I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
I mean,
the
it's
last time I drove
Sacramento
through
too,
LA,
if you're under
I
80,
swear
forget
to
it.
you, I thought I was in hell. I mean, I swear to you, we were driving, and I was the one driving, and I was going at least 80 miles an hour, and everybody was passing me.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God.
I know,
You
it's-
I used to drive
It's scary.
fast, like
It's
in Los
scary.
Angeles. Heck,
And,
I've been known to pass the
well, I'll
CAP
tell you
at
what.
90.
Helen,
But
Yes.
you're on, kid.
I'm
You're doing
on.
our first free-for-all.
Our first free-for-all. Okay, well, this is a fascinating thing for me to do right now because I'm at a table full of real, natural kind of fighters. And they fight
Oh, that's
for-
not what you call
they-
us during the commercial.
They fight for what's right, and that's good, and that's great. But what I want to talk about is what's going on all around the world and has been for several years now. A woman in England started a movement which she calls the Charter for Compassion. And the principle of compassion is that the center of every religious system and every kind of teaching for peace and tranquility says that we have to learn to respect people, even the ones we don't like, even the ones who don't agree with us. We have to learn to respect them. And it's hard to do. And so we all, those of us who have signed on to this, and a lot of people in Jackson already have to practice it. It's easy to say, it's hard to do. But anyway, tomorrow there's going to be a meeting at 10 o'clock at the City Hall where people who think we got to start practicing the kind of thing that we would like.
I posted that on my Facebook. Carol Harper had it on her Facebook, and I
Oh,
posted
great.
it, to share with
I
other
love
people.
Carol.
That's
by the
good.
way.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
she's a sweetheart.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very important that, I think we've gotten away, you and I have discussed this about a month ago, how divided everybody, how nasty people
Yeah,
are being
we've
and
just
stuff.
gotten
There's no
nasty.
excuse for it. I mean, we can agree to disagree, but we still have respect for each other, even though we don't believe in the same religious beliefs or political beliefs or just everyday life.
I have always been this way, Susie. Even if I don't like somebody
I
saying
respect it.
something, I just will not make a comment, or I will say, that's your belief. You have the right to believe in
Right.
whatever you want.
You respect
and
the fact
I-
that they have the freedom of speech and the freedom
Correct.
to feel the way that they do.
Correct.
And that comes with
But
compassion.
I don't have to,
No, you don't have to get in a-
answer
No.
back, like
No.
if somebody says something like, I look at Facebook sometimes, and that is just nasty,
I know.
nasty. I see, and I just go right through it, and I
So-
go, no, I don't like to read that stuff,
To
I
me,
stay
it's
away
like,
from it. I just stay away
To
from
me,
it.
it's like a garbage pile.
It is.
It is.
And
But
who
we're
wants to
supposed
feed
to,
into the
but we're
garbage
supposed
pile?
to, but the thing is that this is where the compassion is. The garbage person that's spewing this stuff, we're supposed to turn the other cheek,
Yeah.
which I do. I don't care. I feel sorry for people like that because, like you said,
I will
no
not turn
self-esteem.
my other
That's
cheek.
right.
I'm
And we
sorry,
don't
I
know
do
where
not
they
agree
come
with that.
from or
But
why
I
they
will
See,
not
I
let.
don't let
if
them bother me.
somebody, okay, you can hurt
It's
me
the
all
extent.
you want.
Don't touch my kid.
family.
No, don't touch my children.
I think what Helen was
like,
talking
no.
about was this thing on
We have
compassion.
to compassion and love for
It's
Hang in
people.
there.
Yeah, I know. It's what she was talking about is this lady also believes that if you have compassion, it would end wars, and because there would be no need to have wars because you have compassion, and that's never going to work.
How do we teach other countries to have compassion?
Compassion.
How do we teach other
Yeah,
countries to have
listen,
compassion
other
for us?
countries are signing on this
Yes,
faster than
but-
we are.
Are there people in the Middle East
Oh,
signing
yeah,
on
in the
to it?
Middle East, people, there are cities, there are towns, this has been going
See, there's
on for about
compassion and
4
then there's
years.
compassion. Their compassion can come in different forms. Like, I have compassion for people or or animals or small children, people who cannot defend themselves.
Right.
Or animals who can't defend themselves and stuff
Right.
like that's where my compassion goes. But I don't have a lot of compassion for people who, how I can
Do you
tactfully-
have tolerance for them?
No.
No?
No.
See, I must be
See,
different because I
don't have a lot
I
of-
have a certain amount of tolerance and compassion, but I like them. It's something that, how can you teach somebody compassion?
Well, even those of us who want to practice it, we have to practice it because it isn't part of our culture.
The problem is you're never going to be able to, I guess because what I used to see is I literally saw people who were professional victims,
Right.
who always got themselves into situations.
I know somebody like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
Helen, tomorrow, it's
Tomorrow
tomorrow
at 10 o'clock at the City Hall.
at the City Hall.
10,
Please
10
go.
o'clock in the morning, right?
Right, right. And if you have
In the
any
morning, right.
questions,
At the
and
city.
Helen will be there, she's going to answer
I
your
will be
questions.
there.
Okay, our last two topics, one's a free-for-all,
What-
and there you go.
Oh.
So,
Yesterday, oh, it sounds like a Beatles song.
Yeah.
The Dice.
oh, do I have to do that?
Yes, I know. Or you
Number
could just,
2 again? 6 and 2 is my number.
what dressing fad from the past would you like to see make a comeback?
Oh my God!
Number 2.
We're going to take a short break, and we're going to be right back
We
with Dressing Fast.
Just Between Us, a spontaneous, intuitive live television show with topics that are intended to inspire, delight, educate, and encourage. And now back to Just Between Us.
My
Welcome
Little
back
Pony?
to Just Between Us. I'm Susie from Volcano.
And I'm Helen from Jackson.
I'm Sandy from Jackson.
Happy
I'm-
birthday.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday, Sandy! And I'm Martha from my own.
Oh, I want-
Jackson. All you want for
Invisible
Christmas is
potato.
like
Okay, our first topic is, and then Martha's going to take the free-for-all.
Okay. Yesterday. Okay. I know, shut up. What dressing fad from the past?
And we're going to be
would you-
singing that all day long.
Well, you're lucky I didn't say it's a small world. What dressing fad? What dressing fad from the past would you like to see make a comeback? Okay, I got it. Poodle skirts. I remember those from the 50s.
I had one.
Do you have a poodle skirt?
I don't have it now. I wish I did. Poodle skirt and saddle shoes.
you
Mine
know-
were the buck shoes. the
you
white
know
buck.
which one is coming back that I have seen? The bell bottoms.
They've been around at platforms.
Yeah,
But,
it's
you know,
like, oh my God.
bottom
The
trousers.
jumpsuit is
Coat
coming
of
back.
navy blue.
The
Really?
the Emmy, what was it? The Golden Globes? Or
I
the
don't know. I
Emmys?
don't watch award
I
shows.
They had-
I wish the skirts, the normal skirts, not the mini skirts, the regular skirts would come back, you know, because nobody wears skirts anymore
You
or a dress.
Yeah,
We
you know
do.
what? Actually,
Well,
what
we're-
clothing I
I'm
like,
sure half
the
skirt.
era that I like is the 30s and the 40s. When I watch those old movies, the clothing from the 30s
They
and
were
the 40s,
elegant.
they were elegant. They were.
Oh my
I mean, you don't have
God.
to be Mildred Pierce, but I mean,
Hey, I lived on those days. I had suits that had those
Well, I
big
got-
pads.
I
You know, it's like,
the
oh my
80s,
God.
80s. Well, you know what
Yeah.
those pads were for in the 80s for blonde hair people like me, so we can go like this and not hurt ourselves.
Oh my God! Just because it's your
Sandy,
birthday,
it's
don't
your
overdo
birthday.
it.
Don't-
Don't go hug wild. You know that Girls Gone Wild.
She's turning 16.
Sandy's gone wild.
Good,
No,
that's
you
a
know
good
some of
direction to go
those
in.
shoulder pads. They got more than the 49ers do on theirs.
I remember those. Remember those TV shows in the
And they were
80s and
so stiff.
90s? It was, you know.
You know who wore them? Linda Evans on Dynasty.
Yeah,
yeah.
Collins on
Yeah.
Dynasty. Lady
Oh,
Gaga.
Lady
yeah.
Gaga. Yeah, well,
Oh,
those are
God.
sculptured. But no, I really love the elegant.
I love the tailored suit.
Yes, tailored suits, the Anne Klein and stuff like that. That was
Right.
really
I
nice.
wore tailor suits
And-
in Amador County when I started real estate. I looked
gone, girl.
wonderful, but I was totally out of place
I still
because
have those suits.
in Amador
I can't-
County, you
yeah,
just
no one
don't
wants
wear
them.
those suits.
I'm waiting
you know?
for it so
Yeah.
I can take them down to the science
Remember,
store.
with all that, we had
Maybe
to
nobody
pull
wants
on
them.
our silk
Maybe the trees.
stockings,
They're
and
not-
we had
they're not
to
in
pull
style.
on our girdles, and we had
Oh,
to...
girdles. Oh, God, I remember.
Oh my God,
Before
no.
pantyhose, where you have to have, you had a whole.
Yes.
When one of those things, when one of those things came back and hit you, oh my God, that hurt.
Oh, but or nylons with the seams in the back.
Oh, I love those
So they would
islands.
make your legs look.
However, at my age, when they used to have the girdle that had just the panel across, you could go potty easy. Today, when you got those clips in the center and those things, I'm done for. I can't get those things and
See,
snap.
but the good thing was
Oh, for the good old
you
days.
snap.
No, they don't snap back up. Trust me, I go around more wet than I do dry because you can't get those things done.
TMI. Too much information.
I thought that was a new garment. I was like, okay, TMI, I'll try that.
Too much information.
No, those things, no, don't bring that thing back.
I don't know her.
Yeah, you
don't
I'm
know.
telling
I
you.
saw a great greeting card. It's an old lady, really fat old lady, wearing she was wearing a pair of Depend thongs, and she asked her husband, a really old bent over man with a cane, going, "Don't you think this looks sexy?" And he goes, "Angel of death, take me."
That's cute. Do these make my
Holy
rear end look big? Here you are.
I've learned not to ask that anymore.
No, because I
have
I don't
talk.
think I want to
the
go
answer.
back to those days.
No, you got 2
Now
more
we
minutes.
still
Keep
got
going.
2 more minutes. Oh no, you talk about it. I'm done.
Okay, no girdles.
No girdles.
Oh, I
Can't
know.
have girdles.
I know. Those cone bras.
Oh, the bullet bras.
Oh,
Yes.
Bullet bras.
do you want those to come back?
No.
Oh.
And remember, before you do all that, you have to have your hair in rollers that
Rollers.
you've slept
Oh.
with.
Yeah. Oh, then when they came out the cushion rollers, that was
Yes,
really nice.
that was
Yeah.
a step in the right direction.
The garters.
Oh, garter belts.
Yeah.
The garter.
Oh.
The garter.
The garters that cut off your circulation.
Oh no! Remember when
My
they came
Nana
up?
wore those.
Remember when they came up with the nylons that actually had the rubber around the top that's supposed to cling to your thigh?
And they didn't.
never
No,
did.
they didn't.
No, because I had those skinny legs and they would just start coming
I
down.
killed for skinny
The
legs.
part that I don't know how I did it, you know, those high heels.
Oh, I couldn't wear them anymore.
I mean, I did them. I wore them when I was younger, you know, and it's just like
They're higher
they
now
just
than
make-
ever
oh,
because
those
now,
4-inch heels.
because now you
But
have
you
a
know-
platform and then an
They have a
extra
special
inch on the
name for
heel.
those.
But you know,
Yeah, they could kill people with those
You
heels.
can't take 'em off.
when you wear high heels like that, they
You-
just make you feel so
You
sexy.
betcha.
Yes,
I
they
agree.
shorten actually, but really, they shorten the tendons
like-
in the back of your leg. It's not.
I
good.
don't care. They're sexy tendons, and even though they're short.
I know. I couldn't wear them anymore.
Martha,
Yes. What?
we're going to do the free
Free
for
for
all.
all. You got it.
Now, you want to tell, you got a little bunch of little things you want to
I,
throw
I
out.
have a whole bunch of little things. First is don't forget the Super Bowl is Sunday. Come over and pick up your
Next
chips
Sunday.
and salsa.
Not
Next
this Sunday.
Next Sunday,
This
yeah.
February
Not-
the
not- not
second.
this Sunday.
Not this Sunday, the
Next
Following
second.
Sunday.
The 2nd of February.
I hope it snows.
February
Oh,
2nd.
God, I hope it snows.
It is.
Yeah.
When I was coming
Because
down,
that's football.
Anyway, I thought that was my topic.
it is. Go,
Thank you.
go. Sorry.
All my women friends keep trying to teach me how great football
It is,
is.
Helen.
It is. It is.
And I'm like,
Okay.
yeah,
Go
I
ahead, Martha.
guess.
My turn to talk.
Go
I'm
ahead.
going to hold this.
She's gonna throw it.
Okay, I want to talk about the Super Bowl that everybody is talking about, February 2nd. Don't forget about it. And at Jose's, I have a special where you can pick it up on Saturday because I'm going to be closed on Sunday. So come and pick up your chips and salsa and guacamole.
Oh, cool. You'll make it all
Pretty
for 'em.
special, yes.
Oh, good.
I also wanted to talk. I saw a video on Facebook where this gentleman is talking about what happened to his home. His home got burned because, and I didn't know this, we all have them at home and we all use them, and sometimes we even throw them in the garbage,
Are you
which
going
is
to tell
the
your audience
batteries.
what the them is?
Yeah, the batteries, yeah, it's the batteries.
You always
If
are a
they
teacher.
are, I'm keeping it as suspense.
So if the end of the
so if
batteries
the
hit,
end
they
of the
can spark
battery,
and cause
they can
a fire.
spark a fire and burn your home or wherever you have them in your car
It
or
can be
anything.
your ordinary
Yeah.
flashlight batteries.
So, yes. So please, this is one thing that I learned about that I thought, oh my God, no way. Yes, you know.
So any device that has batteries that you keep, or you keep the loose batteries.
This guy, what he did, he put
Hell,
all the loose batteries in a bag and he put them in the
I
garage.
thought of something.
That's, no, I thought of it before you did.
Yeah. You dirty old women.
And Helen thought of it before me. So,
But you know,
I
it's
wonder.
just trying to inform
These
people
LA
of
and I
those
keep
things.
mine, I
LA
keep mine in,
woman.
for the
Yeah.
flashlight.
Okay, I'm going to throw this one at
I
somebody.
keep them in the bag. I'm gonna go home and take
I'm the
that.
teacher, that teacher that you didn't like.
Yeah. Okay, and what else you got besides the batteries?
I wanted to talk about, what else did I want to talk about it? You guys made me forget. Oh, Justin Bieber got arrested
Yeah.
with an alleged DUI.
Yes.
Shame on him.
Drug racing in Miami.
You know what wasn't reported, but I heard it on only one news broadcast, but I never heard it repeated. His father was with him.
Really?
His 39-year-old father was in one of the SUVs that was blocking off the street so he could drag race. And his father was out there with him, drinking and partying and doing dope with him.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now what I think about this kid. I think that this kid, he became like Michael Jackson and like a lot of young kids, Miley Cyrus. They all got the fame and the multi millions very early in age. As soon as they turn 19, then or 18, they go berserk. And this kid is 19. He has to understand there's people out there that are getting him in this trouble and stuff. Grant you, he's doing it on his own. They're not his friend.
No.
They're not
no.
his friend. This kid is too young to
He's old.
handle.
Well, did you see
He's
what
an
he did?
adult. He's an adult.
True.
Just last 2 weeks ago or a week ago, he took,
In Calabasas.
you
Yeah.
know, when he took
One minute he's egging
the
somebody's
egg
house
in somebody's house.
like a 12-year-old, and then now he's drag racing like a 16-year-old.
in the state of California, that's a felony
yeah.
because of the monetary damage to the house,
House,
which was
right.
in double digits thousands.
Right.
Because he's a Canadian citizen, because
He
of
could
that,
be deported.
He can be deported.
Wow.
And-
So,
because
so
of
the
the
thing
crime
is,
in this
the
state,
thing
yeah.
is with him now, he has to go above the judge. If I was that judge, I would tell him to do one or two things. These are your two choices, Mr. Bieber. Either I will deport you, okay? You could just go make your money somewhere else, or you straighten your act up and you either get rid of people that you can't control yourself around, and get yourself in some type of a rehab program.
Yeah, but at 19, would you listen to him?
And not only that, he's heard it 20 times before.
Oh, yeah.
He
And
loves
if his father's
publicity.
if his father is out there
Sometimes I
doing things
wonder-
with him, he's not going to get. He's
You
not
know,
getting
Helen,
any territory.
sometimes I wonder if they do it on purpose
I
so
do.
that they can keep their name
That's
out there.
Well,
what it's
part
And
of
all
it
then
is-
about.
part of
going
it is-
too far. Just
Why would I
don't-
want to get arrested?
I got it.
Well,
It's look at me, look
Yeah.
at me,
Yeah,
look
but
at
have
me.
you seen the picture of Justin Bieber and
Miley-
Miley Cyrus together?
yeah.
They look
Yeah.
identical. Put makeup on them as Miley.
yeah,
I mean,
know, I
this is
saw
almost-
it.
almost
I
as-
saw it on
Actually,
Facebook.
he's cuter than
They
she is.
deserve each other. They
Oh,
should
well,
go off and get
I've always
married.
said, Michael Jackson's sister was actually him.
What's the name
Oh,
of
yeah.
this guy?
I mean,
What's the name
have
of
you
this
seen
guy?
her lately?
Seen her?
Yeah.
Since he died, I mean, is she around?
It's crazy. We got to take a short break, and we'll be right back with our
Here
hot
it is.
topic. Well,
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.
And now back to Just Between Us.
oh dear Lord, we're back.
We're talking animation this time.
Okay, now, girls, here's our hot topic. Do you feel that we don't have to worry too much about going over to Sochi in Russia for our athletes for security reasons? Do you feel that the Russians are going to provide ample security for our athletes and for all the other athletes of the world that are participating?
Well, I know that I have heard that the Russians are putting a heck of a lot of stuff down there, but you got to remember, Sochi is very close to Chechnya, and the Russians and Chechens have been at war with each other for
20
Well,
years.
don't they
or longer.
don't they
It's an
feel that
ethical, it's an ethnic.
ethnic thing.
Yeah.
They also have the four women that they feel that might have been
Or
filter-traded.
The Black Widows.
Yeah, a year ago or so. And they feel that if that happens, they're on the lookout for them, and it's just
Well,
not.
they know for a fact one of
One
the
of-
women they were within the venue now.
The one that has the limp and the scar on the side of her face.
Yes.
That's the one that they know that's there.
One's
They're
there.
looking for her.
And the Chechens are not averse to killing a lot of people. They don't care. They talk about compassion.
Yeah,
They
but
have
why would
absolutely
Why
none.
would they kill us? What do they got against us? We're not the
They-
ones that tried to wipe
But we're
them out.
infidels. They're Muslim.
Yeah, but it's the Russians that tried to wipe them out.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They don't have any compassion at all. The Chechens been behind a lot of bombings that have hit other
Right.
Western countries.
Right.
You talk about lack of compassion. The Chechens got it
Right.
in spades
They,
over there.
they don't care what country you're from. If you don't have their beliefs, then you're on the list. And
Oh, wow.
that's the sad thing. The thing is with my whole thing about this is that a lot of the athletes and a lot of people of the United States are not going to travel and go over there, the parents of the athletes and families, because they do have a concern. This is a time for these young people to shine, and I think it's terrible.
that this is happening.
Absolutely
That's
terrible.
exactly
Well,
how
what
I
is- but-
feel. It's like, why
Why?
are they doing it in Russia if they knew that
Well-
that was the
Politics.
the things that could happen? You
Well,
know?
the thing is, a lot of people say, why didn't they bring it closer into Moscow itself, where there's better
What do you
protection?
mean by politics? Explain that to me.
Because I think certain countries, Helen, they politically, the Olympic Committee wants to give them a chance to come
Yes.
out in the forefront,
Yes.
which they should.
I agree.
But it's political. But you have to go deeper when you've got people that can infiltrate countries or have been in that country that have been known to have this type of an element there. Then look what happened over in Munich. Okay, we went
I was
over there.
watching that when it occurred.
There you go. We went in there completely, all the countries together. The athletes bond. It has nothing to do with them. They love to meet people from other countries. I was happy to see the people from some of them from Iran and other
Sure.
people to come in there.
Okay, Helen, what we're talking about is if the IOC, the Olympic Committee, goes and picks the Summer Olympics in Afghanistan. Okay, I mean, sure, you want to give the Afghan people a chance to shine.
Yeah.
That's fine. What do you think would happen if you have all these people going in?
I think that would be a stupid thing to do.
Thank you.
Right.
Putting Sochi out was actually stupid because they knew the politics of Chechnya and Russia.
Well, they've
Why did
already
they do
had,
it?
they've already had bombings there.
Yeah,
They've
that
already
was-
blown up and killed people
okay,
there.
the Chechens are the ones that bombed that theater in Moscow and killed all those people.
Right.
And I mean, then
I don't understand why the people who made the decision to have it there made that decision.
because-
that was made 10 years ago.
So
Yeah.
the question is,
They
if
don't make
you
it.
had-
It's made
Okay,
10
my
to 20 years
question
in
to
advance.
me,
So
where
they
it
have a
brings-
chance to-
that brings it home is like, if I had a child or a grandchild or somebody that I knew that was going there, what would you do?
I don't know.
What would
I don't-
what would you
I
tell
don't
them?
know.
I would
I-
go.
You know,
I would go anyway, but I'm an old lady, let's
Yes.
face it. If something terrible happened to me, so it happens, I would go anyway
Mm-hmm.
because I think fear creates more fear.
Well, then you give them
Fear creates
control.
resentment.
You give them
fear-
control.
See, I don't know the terrain around Sochi.
I don't either.
So if I was a parent or a family member going to participate in the Olympics, I would at least say keep inside the Olympic Village.
yeah,
But
don't
that's
go
where that-
outside.
don't go outside of
But
it.
let's the Boston Marathon last year.
Sure.
Oh.
Who would have thought that, huh?
Well, and those
Yeah.
two guys are Chechens.
And they were Chechens.
Yes,
They were
ma'am.
Chechens.
I remember that.
Yes.
Yes. see, they
So,
were
so the
Chechens.
so the thing is that unfortunately, there is still a lot of hate, no compassion, Helen, hate, and that's the ruination of everything for a lot of people. And when you give into that fear, then they win, you lose.
There's
It's their control.
I remember back in the '60s when the airport in Rome was attacked by the Red Brigade.
That's right. I
So
remember that.
there's there's always going to be somebody who
Yeah.
doesn't like
You know,
somebody
if
else.
I had somebody
and
in
has
my
to make
fam-
their manifesto going out.
If I had somebody in my family that was in the Olympics, I would be freaking scared to let them go.
In this instant
know,
where they're going,
in-
but actually it can happen
No,
anywhere.
I
It
would
can
not
happen-
stop
It-
them.
it can
But I
happen.
would
It can
The
happen.
Boston Marathon happened in the United States. We have
yeah.
to take a short break. We'll be right back. And those two were Chet
Just Between Us, a spontaneous, intuitive live television show with topics that are intended to inspire, delight, educate, and encourage. And now back to Just Between Us.
Welcome back to Just Between Us. Ladies, thank you so much for being. Sandy, have a wonderful birthday and a birthday weekend.
Thank you.
If you want to give us a call, we're at
Happy birthday.
223-4877, or you
Favor, won't
can fax us at
Oh,
223-4866, or you can email us at bookme@tspntv.com. And I am looking forward to seeing our athletes over in Russia and give them hell.
I like the Winter Olympics. I'm not a big summer.
I like them all. I'm such a
I
sports
love
nut.
them.
Well, I
like
love
everything.
ice skating because I used to ice skate.
Oh,
It's
Can you
beautiful.
see me in ice skating now?
yes, I can, and I
I
love
think
to
that's-
watch people.
Oh,
ice
yeah,
skate.
but if
It
I
is
fall, I
so-
crack the ice.
Well, as long as it's just the ice.
Oh, no, I can't.
Don't forget Super Bowl Sunday. Next Sunday, Martha has
First of
chips,
all,
salsa, and guacamole ready just to pick up Saturday and take it home and start in.
Saturday, what's Saturday, the 31st?
First, because the
Oh,
Super Bowl
yeah,
Okay,
that's
who
right,
you
Saturday
guys,
the
who do you want to
1st.
see win?
Denver.
Denver?
Denver.
I don't know. I'm not
You're
a
not
football
gonna say.
I'd like to see Denver simply because this might be his last
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
You know, but because there's rumors that he might retire.
yeah. If
Peyton
he wins the
Manning.
Super Bowl, I think he
That
might.
would be nice.
Yeah.
Although the Seahawks are
They're a
pretty
good team.
They're a good team.
They're an
All I
excellent team.
know
But they're a
is
come
all I
behind
see
team.
is
Yeah, they're a great
because
team.
I have friends that are Seahawks and I have friends that are 49ers, but all I hear is that they want Denver to win because they beat the 49ers.
No, I don't. No, because if that has nothing to do with it for me. And
Yeah,
I've been a
no,
football
but I mean,
fan since I was a little girl.
I have seen a lot
I
of people
like
wanna see
Peyton
the-
Manning, and I want to see Denver win. I've always liked the Broncos, but I think this is going to be
and
exciting.
my son-in-law
No, I
loves the
hope it snows
49ers,
because
you know.
that's-
Me too.
so-
I wanted
Yeah.
to snow because that to me is football.
Well, they already said there's
I
going to
thought
be
you were
a
a
terrible
cheerleader.
and horrific storm back there.
I
And
was
they might
in grade
change
school.
it. Adios to my
Adios.
grandkids.
Oh, adios,
Besitos.
ciao.
Adios.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Feliz
Happy
cumpleaños.
birthday, yeah. Oh,
For sure.
46.
Oh,
I
Oh,
can
46,
I can
yes, I'm
hardly
46.
wait.